So we decided to go morel hunting this evening before dark. And Lizzie, show us what you found.
A morel.
It's right there. She's going to show us how to pick it. You just grab it by the base, and then you need to tap it off. And what that does is it helps release any of the spores in the mushrooms so that they can come back again next year. And then we're going to put them in our bag. It's really important that you use a mesh bag like this. It allows the pores to drop out as you walk. If you use a brown paper bag, then they will not be able to drop their spores. If this is your first time morel hunting, they typically come out, in our area at least, right around Easter to the end of April. All right, Jenny, show us the one you found.
This one.
Good job. You want to go ahead and pick it? Good job. And show us what to do with it. We tap it off. Good job. And you can shake it too, that helps. There you go. And we'll put it in our bag. Good job, thank you. Let's keep looking. When you're morel hunting, morels typically come up around poplar trees, at least in my area. That's been my experience with them. We've got a nice little poplar grove here. And if you can tell, it can be a little hard to identify trees, but if you can successfully start doing that, you will find them a lot more. Just like with this, and if you can tell, there's a little bit of a gully that runs right down in here. They tend to come up in wet areas like that. And we've got one right over here. It can be a little hard to see them at first. Growing up, my dad always described them as looking like honeycomb, like a little cereal. And here is one. We'll go ahead and pick that one and search this area really well because there's likely more. One. And morels do tend to come back in the same spot year after year, so.
Here's one I found.
Good job, Jenny.
It's a teensy one.
It is a teensy one. You want to go ahead and put it in there?
Just like the last one that I had found.
You're right. They tend to come back in the same spots year after year, though, so if you find them, just make note of where you got them, and you can come back next year and hopefully get some more. We've only been out here maybe, oh gosh, maybe half an hour, and that's about where we're at so far. These ones are fun too. They can even come in doubles. Just like that. Little twins is what we like to consider them. I had mentioned they like to go around poplars. This is a prime example, this one here in the middle, of a poplar on our property. It can take a while to learn how to identify them, but once you start spotting them, you'll find them all over. They tend to grow in little groves, and although the wood is really expensive right now for, like, if you wanted to get them cut, you can take them to the mill and you can get a fair bit for them, but resist the urge and take the morels. They tend to have leaves. Let's see if we can find one here real quick. It's got a very distinctive leaf. If I can find one, make it easier to show you. I think I might have startled the poor little guy. Oh. For reference, I wanted to show y'all some of the oaks on our property. Most all the ones, like this one in the middle, are all oak trees. I found the leaf litter around those trees tends to be a little too much for miracles to grow around. Alright, so this is where we ended for the day. We're going to take these in, get them cleaned up, and start soaking them, and tomorrow we'll cook them. So we've washed them off and I've got them soaking here. We're going to put a lid on this and let them soak overnight, and tomorrow we will fry them up. Just in case you didn't know, you can save this water and spread it around in the same area that you got them to help disperse any of those spores that you didn't get when you shook them. You can also supposedly soak some of your apple trees, the roots if you're planting new ones, in this water, and supposedly it helps propagate them there. So just something to consider. You don't want to waste it. It could mean you get more miracles in the future years, so it's worth giving it a try. We're gonna pick some lettuce from the garden to go with our dinner. The boys are helping me out here. If you start by getting some of these bigger outside leaves, the plant will continue to grow throughout the year, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just pick the big ones and the outside ones, and it'll continue to grow until it gets too hot for them. We got our morels washed and cut in half, and now they're just drying, so we can go ahead and fry them up. What are we doing, Jenny?
We're making chicken nugget and fried morels.
Alright, so we got one egg in here already. We're going to add some milk until it turns a nice light yellow. Go ahead and mix that. And then 2 cups of flour, Jenny Bud.
Okay, where's the 1 cup?
That's good. That's gotta be perfect. Nope.
Oh.
Alright, so Jenny added a little bit of flour to our milk and egg mixture, so we're just gonna go with it.
Well, we've got 2 cups of flour here.
The first thing I put in there is just some Old Bay seasoning. Well, a lot.
Daddy!
Alright, so we're gonna add this Cajun seasoning to it. Then I got a lot of different peppers. This is ancho chili pepper. Chipotle chili pepper.
It's dark.
Chipotle is a little hotter. Ancho is supposed to be sweeter. Onion powder. Garlic powder. Finish it off. Just regular black pepper. And just regular salt. Do it gentle. Alright, so we put them in this milk egg mixture first. Move them over to the flour. Coat them up real good with the flour. Now we're just putting them in the peanut oil.
Does it smell good, Lance?
What is it cooking?
The morels we found.
Yep.
Once they get golden brown, you'll want to flip them once.
Alright, so we set them on these paper towels to catch some of the grease that drains off of them. Alright, so these are just chicken breast tenderloins cut in half, and then I got some chicken thighs in there, still in there as well.